Hello and welcome to another roundup of news from GameGrin. I am your host Dominoid and we've got a bumper package of happenings to share with you this week. So without any ado, we are going to jump straight in. Now, I'm sure you'll be aware that last week saw the week of Europe's biggest gaming show, the often misspelt Gamescom, took place in Cologne last week. Our duo of intrepid reporters, Calmine and Shello, were there, and we will be seeing plenty of previews from them over the coming weeks and days. But back here in the UK, we have been collating and curating news for you throughout the week, with tons of reveals, trailers and announcements coming from the show. So here are just a few of our favourites from the last week. Now, there were two big pieces of news for Shenmue fans. The Kickstarter-funded third game in the series has been picked up by Deep Silver ahead of its 2018 release, so it will have a big-name publisher on board. And we were also treated to a new teaser trailer. It showed off some of these stunning new character models and backgrounds, although not much in the way of facial animation. Keeping with the theme of games from the turn of the century, PlayStation classic Fear Effect is getting a remake. A sequel to the game, entitled Fear Effect Sedna, was announced in 2016, and the same team creating that will be giving the original game a new lick of paint with Fear Effect Reinvented next year in 2018. In the last of our triplet of retro gaming news, classic JRPG Secret of Mana is getting a remake on modern systems. As a spin-off of the Final Fantasy series, the Mana series plays very similarly. However, whilst they are regarded as some of the must-have games for fans of the genre, they've not been quite revisited as much as their famous cousins. That's all set to change though in February, with a fully 3D remake coming to Steam, PlayStation 4 and the PS Vita. And more Square Enix news, but much more modern this time. There were a slew of announcements about Final Fantasy XV. First of all, the title is coming to the PC in 2018, and the aquatic-themed Monster of the Deep expansion was given a release date, with the 21st of November being that magic day. As well as those announcements, there was also the reveal that the game will be crossing over with Ubisoft's most famous franchise in the Assassin's Festival, a time-limited single-player event set to take place in the Final Fantasy XV universe, which also meets the Assassin's Creed universe. And all of that is without even mentioning the mobile title that they've announced and released as well. City Skylines is getting a new expansion pack. Now, whilst the USA might not be committed to saving the environment anymore, Colossal Order are, as their Green Cities expansion will see eco-friendly buildings, pollution targets, and electric cars added to the game, amongst other things. It's set to be available very shortly. The chances of seeing a release of Half-Life 2 Episode 3 were reduced even further last week when former Valve writer Mark Laidlaw published the story of the title on his website. Although the names were changed, it was obvious who was being talked about, and it's clear that he expects the story to never see the light of day in any other way. For fans of the series, it's sad to hear that the game may now never be made, but at least we can get some closure to the story finally. Lastly, we had two pieces of South Park news for you over the previous week. There was a gameplay video provided from Ubisoft at Gamescom showing us just what to expect from the hilariously named Fractured But Whole. With the game coming out on the 17th of October, that's not a huge surprise, but what we hadn't expected was to also see the announcement of a mobile title. Now, South Park Phone Destroyer will be coming later in 2017, with pre-registrations for the game open now, and a trailer release to show us what to expect. So that's everything for this week. Remember, that's just a small taster of all of the news, reviews and previews that you can see on www.gamegrin.com, where we have new content uploaded for you daily. We are on social media, so don't forget to check us out and follow us there. And please do like and subscribe because, you know, we like people who like us. And if you don't like us, let us know down below in the comments what we can do to make these videos better for you. And remember, if you want to be the very first to know when we upload new video content, then please do click that bell button and you will receive alerts. So thank you very much for watching. I have been Dominoid, and this has been the GameGrin Weekly News Roundup. Until next time, though, game on.